how we define this agricultural marketing. Okay, so when I say that marketing, so marketing means from the producer to the ultimate consumer, when whatever the activities that we are doing, it is called as marketing. Okay, so let us say the primary production of any crop. From that, let us say we have taken this wheat. Okay, wheat is converted to flour. Then from flour we made, let's say, biscuits. Okay, from biscuits, let us say we added cream based biscuits. Okay, and finally it is reaching to consumer. Okay, so in between there were many people. Okay, so whatever the activities we are doing, and before also, like reaching to this, we need okay, we knowing, we need bagging, packing, sieving. Okay, so all these functions which are related to it, to from the producer end to the ultimate consumer end,
Very
we
true.
we 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 say that they are part of our marketing. Okay, so producer will do, and it will reach to the, when I say consumer, it means it is the ultimate consumer, because this is also a consumer at some stage. These are also consumer at some stage, but we are talking about the ultimate consumer who is actually consuming the product. Okay, so all the activities that we are doing is marketing. Okay, agricultural marketing, when we talk about this, especially related to agriculture, it is agricultural marketing. Then why it is important? Okay, so when we okay, it is like common saying that you cannot have your cake and eat it too. Okay, so whatever the things that are available to you, suppose biscuit, cake, namkeen, any other item, it is because there is a system of marketing. Okay, the clothes, the shoes, the furniture, the bottle, the specs, whatever things which are like um, nearby you, they are basically produced by somebody else for you. Okay, so the, this marketing help us to generate a livelihood for many people. Okay, so it help us for creating economic development. Someone, because life is too short, we cannot learn everything, we cannot make one mobile, but now since we can purchase, so what we are doing, after a few years we are changing our mobile. Same thing for our clothes, same thing for our shoes. So this is because we know that everything is measured in terms of money. Okay, so everybody is engaged in doing some economic activity, and they generate money out of it, and then they purchase the things which are required for them. Okay, so this is how, like, this marketing is very important. Whatever which is where we feel that we have comparative advantage, we produce. It may be good, it may be service. Okay, so we produce those goods and services, and in return, when we get the money, we purchase them from other people, we give it to, okay, we give money to others. Okay, so this gives a movement to the economy. Okay, so as that day I was discussing about the farmers. So whatever, let's say during harvest season of Rabi or Kharif, So they will get the wheat, and wheat is, now if they have good production of wheat, then we need this wheat to be available to the consumer. So how it will be done? So we have the system, like when they will sell in market, then it will be available to the consumers. Okay, so that is why, like, we see that most of the major festivals, they are associated with crop harvest. Okay, so that farmers, they should sell their produce, and in return they should earn some money. This produce will reach to ultimate consumers, or maybe like intermediate consumers, and later on, after processing and refinement, it will reach to the ultimate consumer. Okay, so with the time, there is dynamics. Things are changing. Okay, transition from traditional to modern marketing. Earlier, in maybe like in 10-15 years, you might have seen that there is a huge change in the marketing strategies, marketing behavior. Now, the moment you search anything on net, you will see, whenever you will use your browser, that product will be like visible, or like you can see somewhere in the corners of any website. So there is a sense, there are some kind of no algorithm on the back of that. Then we have online purchases. With the time, like earlier, it was very difficult to get many things which are very much customized. But now companies, they are producing those kind of products, because now they can have a better access to their customers. Okay, so earlier it is said that if you want to sell anything through retail, it should be, means the your retail center should be somewhere at the major location in the city. But nowadays, even this, because of online trade like Blinkit and Instamart, even like dark warehouses, they are doing well. They are earning money, because nowadays we are not concerned whether it is coming from any shop who, who is like well located in the city. So it can come from anywhere, because it is more cost effective, and more reasonable, more easy. Okay, uh, if okay, what is the scope of agricultural marketing? When um, agricultural marketing not only include these products, it also include there is a input marketing. So input like seed, fertilizer, pesticide, implements. So there is a huge market of uh, mm, inputs, farm inputs, that we require. And not only that, apart from that, the strategy for the rural marketing is again like different. One thing is like, we are talking about from producer who is like living in rural area, and the consumer who is living in urban area. So it's not that this is one way, it is coming back also. Industrial products, they are coming. Okay, like Maggie, like other things, no, they are coming. Okay, so marketing of farm products and inputs. So we get inputs from these urban markets. Okay, so we cover both side, both the product side and the input side. Okay, so this purchase of commodity at farmers level will be possible when they have good income. And when they will have good income, then only this is possible to generate this side of trade. Okay, so that means if their income is less, the demand of industrial product will also be less. Okay, so what we need is, for economy to run, we need a balance between both the sectors. Okay, so agriculture should perform well, and then only there will be a proper or good demand of industrial product. Okay, so this is how like economy moves, and it helps in economic growth. Both are dependent on each other. If farmers they get good money through crop production, they will buy a car, they will buy no jewelry, they will buy something. No, so definitely this will reach to this point. Okay, now when I say that all the functions which we are doing from producer to consumer, so how we divide these functions? Okay, so we divide these functions on the like three different uh, criterias. Uh, One is like time, another is space, okay, and okay. So let's say that uh, in marketing, what we actually do is we transfer the ownership. The bag belongs to someone which was given to someone. Okay, so this is one. Then function of physical movement. So there is a movement of thing from Delhi to Varanasi. Okay, this is through transportation. Then function of changing the form. The third one is the form, changing the form. Okay, so earlier it was seed. Now we extracted oil out of these seed. Okay, so three main dimensions we have. Okay, in which we classify all the functions. Okay, like function of transfer, selling, buying, demand, creating demand, and price determination. Okay, selling, buying, we know. Demand creation means we create demand. Suppose a product was already available, but we didn't use that product in this way. Let us say that if we are using Godrej hair dye, so Godrej hair dye is used for hairs for some kind of color. But if it is used for selling animals in the market, no, like for buffalo, and they get some premium price because of that, then this is the demand creation. So they are creating that demand. Okay, so I'm just giving you one example where we are giving some innovative use, some kind of different use which is not earlier in the fashion. Okay, so that kind of demand is called demand creation. Okay, then price determination. So we have different um, like, because um, when we purchase something, we definitely consider the price, and we have different strategies related to price. Usually, normally, the demand and supply where they interact, the price is decided at that point. Okay, we call it price. If this is demand, this is supply curve. The point at which it will interact, it will be price of the commodity. But the condition when there is no other interference of any other force, if there are only two forces. Okay, if government is there, then there will be taxes and subsidies. Okay, now the another dimension was space. So you are changing space, and you are like through the help of transportation, or you are changing from one place to other place for storage, let us say. Okay. So it's a physical movement from the barn, from the farm gate to the warehouses. Okay. Then function of changing the form of the product. Okay. We are changing the form by simply standardization and grading. So what we do, we collect the proper size, proper shape, proper color, and we separate differently. Okay. Then packaging it. Okay. So now earlier they were assorted. Now you have packed in a proper way. Okay. So this way, like you are changing the form. So all these functions are like of agricultural marketing, and they are the primary function. Okay. We have primary function, we have secondary function, and we have tertiary function. Okay. So like we have financing, we have market insurance. Okay. Risk bearing and market information. Okay. Definitely it includes insurance, also like banking. Okay. So they come under tertiary. Okay. Now, because like ever since the Amazon came, um, people realize that we need that kind of transparent system for agriculture marketing also, and government of India started this electronic national agriculture market, where farmers they can register themselves now, and they can they can give the price and the quantity of their produce. Okay. Price, quantity, quality. Okay. So they can mention about their produce, and people on the other side, those who want to purchase, they will also register and they will purchase from ENAM platform. Okay. So by this, there was a transparent network. One side, people they were like connecting on some terminal. Other side, farmers they are like connecting. They are like showcasing their product, and they are deciding at what price. So there are like negotiations online, and if they agree, then they sell their produce to them. Regarding the marketable surplus and marketed surplus. These are the two terms we often come across. Marketable, as the name suggests, able is there. So the after meeting out the requirement, like suppose there is a farmer, okay, he is having 100 quintals of wheat. So few quantity, let us say 50 quintals, is like requirement for home. Then rest 20 quintals required for livestock. Then 30 quintals it is remaining. Okay. So after meeting out his requirement, 30 quintal is left out. So this is the marketable which he can market after meeting out all his obligations, from seed, from livestock, from food, feed, everything. No, even giving to laborers, everything. So after meeting that, whatever which is left out, it is marketable surplus. And what actually he is selling in the market is marketed surplus. So he may sell 50 quintal, okay, 50 quintal in market, or he may sell 25 quintal. Okay, he may sell 50 quintals and he may sell 25 quintal. If he is selling 25 quintals, that means financially he is well off. He do not need any kind of financial support right now that much. So he can go beyond the limit. Okay. Whereas if he is selling more than the desired limit of 30 quintals, that it means that he needs more money. Okay. So can you guess which type of farmers they sell less than marketable surplus and which type of farmers they sell more than marketable surplus? Hope my question is clear.
So no idea.
No, they okay. Let me come to, like, there are two situations. One is like where like you can sell only 30 quintal in the market because that is the amount which is left out after meeting all your obligations. Now you means if I go back, suppose you are selling 50 quintals. So what type of farmer like usually they do sell more initially during harvest season? Definitely those who need more money and they have less produce with them. Okay, so they may be mostly marginal and small farmers. Okay, and mostly there will be large farmers and medium farmers because they have land. Okay, so they know that if they will sell right now, they will not get good prices. Okay, so and this is how like there is a relationship with the food security and the pricing, because most of the marginal and small farmers, they need more money with than what they have at the point of time. Okay, so what they want that things should be like uh, at the at that instant they should sell the produce, and later on whatever the situation will be, they will try to manage. Okay, so they have less, even they do not store for their food security.
Yeah,
This
so the from the 100, the 50 that is used for the own purpose, that will be utilized for the farm for the selling.
Yeah, because although it was the requirement, it was the farmer's requirement for seed, for food, for family, maybe for the some event, no marriages, whatever. Okay, so now what he is doing, he's selling that, and when he is selling, the price at that time is very low because it is near the harvest period. And if suppose he is purchasing later on, then he is paying more. Okay, so he's paying more for that. Okay, तो जो गरीब आदमी है वो जो है सस्ते में बेचता है और महंगे में खरीदता है.
Got it. In the sense, majority of the farmer belongs to the marginal and small category.
Yeah, marginal and small farmers, because one thing is like they have very the financial issues are there, because credit facilities and other like X number of factors are there. Okay, so I will discuss later on, because that again, like when we will talk about development and other indicators, we will discuss that. Now, another new dimension was contract farming. Multinationals, they arrived in India, especially like in Punjab, and it was thought that they need raw material for their industry, and that can only be possible when, because industries, they cannot directly purchase from farmers. This is a rule. Okay, so they have to, like, either they have to go through some kind of contract, or like they will purchase as per the like regulations of the government through some cooperative. Okay, that is why like FPOs, they play very important role in between. Okay, so in contract farming, uh, the industry's requirement is different. Okay, so they want that industry should be industry should promote the varieties they want, which is like better for processing, they have better keeping quality, or maybe some desired character. Like Pepsi, they started their like chips plant, uh, Lays, and then they did this contract farming in Punjab, Punjab farmers. Okay, so the good thing is that farmers, they get assured return, and they get better return in the market. And but slowly and slowly, they squeeze the, means these company, what happens when they realize that okay, now farmers, they don't have any option, then they try to squeeze those profit. Okay, we have multiple examples for that. Okay, so there are like issues and challenges, because when the produce is okay, they are happy. The moment there is something wrong with the produce, and if they deny, you cannot sell even that product in the market, because that product which you have grown, or the farmers, they have grown in their field, it is not utilizable for normal consumer, because the quality was different, it was specially designed for the industrial purpose. Okay, so sometimes that this happens. Now we have multiple challenges already. I started with that. That agricultural marketing need special attention as compared to the industrial marketing, and we need a good infrastructure support, proper storage, proper technological support, warehouses, cold chains, and awareness to the people. Okay, so um, price volatility is also there, because usually farmer or normal person thinks that if we are going to increase the production, it will give some positive returns to farmer. But that is not the case, because the moment there is increase, very high increase in production, usually market crashes, and because of that, farmers, they don't get even the price of their inputs. Okay, and they leave their produce in the market or on roads. This is like very common. Okay, then whatever the farmer is earning in 2 or 3 month crop, it is earned in only 2 or 3 hours by the middleman. So this is the big difference. Middlemen, just who gives some space for farmers, or no, so they take a bigger chunk of the profitability from the consumer's money. We call it producers share in the consumer's rupee is very less. Okay, so farmers, they have to, like, there should be some kind of awareness program. They should learn how to, because until unless they will improve their bargain power, it is really very difficult. People will keep on taking advantage. Okay, so they can directly connect. They can how they can connect, or how they can improve their bargain power with the help of cooperatives. Yesterday we discussed about cooperative setup. Then improving market infrastructure. Okay, if market really, if the market, they are well connected, maybe like with the help of digital or other spaces also, then it will give better chance for farmers to sell. Then promoting digital platform and financial support. We need credit support. Farmers, they go for distress selling of their produce because they need money. Okay, so if government is providing some kind of credit support for the produce, even if his produce is kept in the warehouse, then they that kind of financial support will definitely reduce the distress selling cases. Okay, distress selling. Okay, so that we can do strategies. Then government can play a very important role. Policies like the uh, essential commodities, sing prices, price control, then subsidies, then taxes. So government, they have a lot of no instruments which they can play. They can go for like prime lending support to agriculture sector. Okay, financial and technical assistance program means farmers, they can get finance at the cheaper rate. Then what is the future of agricultural market? In agriculture market, we believe that there will be more and more penetration of digital information. Digital things will move up. We will have some kind of apps, and not only the consumer, slowly and slowly producer will start using these apps, because these apps will give them the latest information which they require, related to weather, related to insurance, related to banking, related to the market prices, other information they require. Okay, so maybe there will be a like single app on which they can get all the information, and they can means they can have like better competitiveness. Okay, so this may happen, and this, like in foreign countries, we see that farmers, they are like they are really doing well, and economically their enterprises, they are viable. People, they they prefer agriculture where they have like better facilities by the government. Okay, then another thing is like we have to focus on sustainability. Whatever the things that we are using, aiming that our next generation should get same or like in better shape. Then organic is moving up, and government is definitely like, will government should promote organic in some areas, where because we have a big international market for organic products, and it is good for health, taste better, feel, everything is good. And global export opportunities, uh, as I said, that comparative advantage. So a good thing with India is that we have diverse climate from temperate to tropical to subtropical. So we can produce everything which is like available anywhere in the world. So we need a specialized kind of, you know, extension research for so that we can design our basket for export. Okay, so we have to improve our export basket where rather than raw materials or raw produce, we can process it and earn more money with the less weight. Okay, so this was all about the agricultural marketing, just a glimpse of that, because when we talk about agriculture marketing, it is a very big topic. So, any question up to this point?
Sir, you talk about the export of the raw materials, agricultural. But in the sense, in some cases, for example, if I'm producing onion and I'm importing it to some other countries, but in that case, if some export duties im- are imposed on the product,
Mhm.
right? In that case, how it can be a opportunity, because it varies from situation to situation. In some cases, the export taxes will be high. In some cases, the most of the countries ban the product.
See, whenever like we talk about not only the international trade, even in regional trade, let us say from Punjab to UP or Punjab to Haryana, like that. So we know that the place of origin and the place destination, there is a difference between the prices. And even if we are means even after meeting out the transportation cost, other expenses, we are getting this much of benefit, a tentative, no. So this calculation, like we usually do, same thing happens in international market also, because according to WTO, it is clearly mentioned that you cannot sell any product which is cheaper in your country and you are means which is cheaper in your country and you are selling lesser than that price to some other country. So that cannot be possible. Okay, so it has to be like very means the price competitiveness should be there. Means suppose you want to sell some chocolates made out of mushroom, let us say. So the currency is it's a European country, so it will be euro. 1 euro is around more than 85 rupees. So if you are getting 7 euro per chocolate, which is sold in India for 150 or let us say 200 rupees, which is better proposition for you? Here, even after meeting out your expenses, you have a great scope. Okay, because nowadays, like these supply chains, they are more efficient. So you have to see like which is more, which is better option, and where people are like more informed, where people they because when we talk about some products which need a proper kind of premium prices. So these premium prices depends upon the awareness level of people. Like let us say, if I'm talking about organic products in India, maybe in Delhi, South Delhi, you can get. Otherwise, online is the only way, like where you can purchase. But definitely differentiating organic product from the normal product is different. Is it's not very easy. But so we should know like where people have better awareness, better rules and regulation, and if we are having organic produce, it is better for us to target that particular market. I hope I answered your question as well.
Yes, sir.
So at the end, agriculture marketing, definitely we we consider both the producer and the consumer, because both side we want that producer should get highest profit, but not at the cost of consumers rupee. Okay, so somewhere like we have to make balance between the both. And as I said that for economic growth, this there should be a rotation. People from the producer end, they also require inputs from the industrial origin. Okay, so they have to maintain that kind of balance also and generate money in a proper way. Challenges required in a definitely a coordinated solutions are needed every at every step. All the usually like people say that we can remove middlemen, but middlemen, they have very important role. What we need is we need a proper system where they can middlemen can play important role, but the profitability part is shared in a judicious way, in a more justified way. Okay, like earlier they were taking more, like suppose there is a middleman, so they were taking more margin in between. So producer, although they were selling at low, because of this margin, consumer was getting those product at higher rate. And because of this technology, digital platform and other infrastructure, things are changing, and we hope that it will improve better. Okay, now we have like within 10 minutes you are getting anything which is available, like fruit, vegetable, flowers. So all these are agricultural product and part of agriculture marketing. Okay, so our next topic is support schemes and institutions for agriculture and allied sector. Yesterday also we discussed some of the part that that was related to research. Okay, so as I told you that agriculture and allied sector, where we include livestock, fisheries, forestry, others, they play very important role earlier. Like since it was like most of the people, they were engaged in agriculture. Now slowly and slowly people they are moving towards other sectors also. The industrial sector, it could not able to take that important position in India, but uh, due to that, I think service sector started, its important role. So industries, if we need more industrial development, okay, then various schemes and institutions have been established to support these sectors. In agriculture, also, we want that this industry and agricultural sector, what we call agribusiness, so that part should come out. They should also improve, because it will help us in many ways, like in improving the income of the people who are living in rural areas. Your agriculture activities will be more economically viable, then uh, whatever the activities or enterprises they are taking in rural areas, they will get better better support. Okay. So there are like many schemes related to poverty elevation, and poverty elevation programs are there. Various government schemes aim to reduce the poverty, Narega, Manrega, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman. So somewhere they are targeting, poverty. Okay, so but giving something without backing of any productive activity means that money is going to increase the prices in that area, nothing else. So that is why we need that money should be given through employment generation, financial inclusion, and social security. Okay, so in these cases, the effect is comparatively less. Like in Narega, people were getting money, but they were doing some productive things. Okay, so poverty alleviation programs should be focused by some productive things on the back end side. Then other agriculture improvement schemes are there, like soil health card, Fasal Bima Yojana, Krishi Sinchai Yojana. I already discussed about ENAM. Okay, so these like uh, for getting these are the indicators of soil health. Okay, with the help of soil health card, they can know what are the nutrients or micronutrients they require to put more as compared to others. Then insurance will give them some kind of security that even if there is crop failure, they will get something out of it. Okay, so everything is like for the support of farmer with technology, financial aid, and market access. So what I personally believe that uh, small interventions are required at the ground level, like focusing on dairy, focusing on poultry, mushroom, fisheries, livestock, other things. Um, mm, Maybe like food processing. All these schemes definitely they will help um, for poverty elevation in that. Okay, so they will increase the productivity, sustainability, and farmers' income. Then institutions supporting agriculture, uh, w- like main institution, National Dairy Development Board, NDDB. Like you might have heard about Mother Dairy. Mother Dairy is like brand name which is of NDDB, and they have other like one brand, famous brand Dhara, for refined oils, then National Horticulture Board, then APIDA for export, SFAC related to these cooperatives. Okay, so all these they are like big institutions which help in different way by giving financial aid or maybe like technical assistance or market assist. Suppose if we talk about APIDA, APIDA keeps record of all the import and export of agricultural commodity. So and they also support farmers for exporting those commodities. Okay, so they have like a complete package for that. Suppose any farmer, they have good amount of any crop available, and which is quite in demand outside, so they can take the help of APIDA for export. Uh, then already APMC, okay. Now talking about the markets, okay, agricultural markets. So what is the role of agricultural markets? Um, when we say that market, what is our understanding related to market? What is what we understand by market word? What is market? Means in earlier, like in books, you will see that this is the place where, but now that definition has changed. Now the market is not a place, it is a link, it is a platform where farmers or like buyers, okay, and sellers, they interact with each other. Okay, so market is a platform basically nowadays, because things are changing in coming days. It is a link between the farmers with buyers, ensuring fair prices. Okay, so they basically interact in market. They may purchase, they may not purchase. Okay, so it is a platform where they interact, and if they decide to purchase, they will purchase. If they don't, then they have their own way. Okay, so Enam, like it started its electronic platform all over India, and from there, like many farmers, they took benefit. There was a APMC regulations that how the uh, things will be sold by the farmers in that particular state. So, in many states, this act was implemented, where APMC regulated markets were there, and these APMC markets were uh, like more under the control of government. People from outside, they they are they are supposed to follow those rules and regulation of regulated market. But these reforms basically aim to enhance the efficiency and barrier, because earlier farmers, they were like simply focusing on like they were surrounded by many middlemen. So in APMC regulated market, many things they were standardized. How farmers, they are going to sell, what will be the margin money they have to give for any kind of activity. So this is way. And then we have different commodity boards and export promotion. Okay, like recently, like there was a silk board, silk board, haldi board. Okay, so where they work on the quality and control and market assess for the agricultural export, because like haldi is turmeric. Okay, turmeric is, it is like in demand outside India. So it's very commonly like exported from India, and people, they if means recently government, they have decided to make a board which can control the quality of that crop, and the market access for the agricultural export. Because it's sometimes what happens that it's not necessarily that the uh, the attribute for which we like that product, it is the same which will be liked by some other country. Let us say, if I purchase chilies, we usually prefer chilies for pungency. But in European country, they prefer chilies which are like vibrant in color, lot of aroma, flavor, no, that kind of thing. So they take it as a salad. So their requirement is entirely different than our requirement. So definitely there we have to design our, remodify our product. Okay. So like coffee board, tea board, rubber board, choir board, haldi board. So we have different boards for that. Then what are the challenge as okay, as I told that climate is a big challenge. Things are changing and disrupting the normal cultivation in um, like water scarce area. Now we can see that there is flooding occasionally, like every alternate year or every year we are seeing that there is a huge rain, and there is a water scarcity in those areas where earlier there used to be a good forecast of rain. So this is one thing related to water and climate. Other thing is like still we are connected to our land. People don't want land to be sold to somebody. So even if they are working in cities, they will have a piece of land somewhere in a remote village. So because of that, the size of land holding is reducing. So there is more pressure on land holding, and there are more cases of absentee landlords. People they don't live. People they do not even cultivate. So the issue with that is those who have the land, they don't want to cultivate, and those who don't have land, they they don't have a right, or they don't have the uh, no energy or will to cultivate. Okay, so of course energy is there, but since that land does not belongs to them, they are not that much devoted, because they know that this is not their land. Okay, so the effort is very less. Those who own the land, they don't want to cultivate. Those who are cultivating, they are not connected to that. So ultimately there is a loss of productivity, loss of the good land. Okay. Then market access, it is changing. Market access, um, so already like we have discussed about this, in future things will be like more technology oriented. We need better infrastructure, cold chain, information, then other things. Then there should be a strong intervention from people also, in the form of bottom to top policies, or from the government side from top to bottom. So we need both side policy reforms, which can make this agriculture marketing more fruitful. Okay, so aimed at sustainable growth, we want to sustain, at least if we are not in going above, at least that much level is okay for us. Okay, for the so finally we we say that all these sectors, they are backbone of India's economy. If it is normally said that if you take care of agriculture, every other sector will be taken care of automatically. So if agriculture is doing well, everything is will do well. And government schemes and institutions play vital role in the development. So we need good government schemes also, which is the need of the hour. We need good projects, good programs from the government, because usually what we see is like most of the states um, and the center, people they are ready to give money directly rather than giving a creating a good schemes. So everywhere like no, they want to woo the people for some kind of their own benefits. But I believe that there should be good schemes which really work for farmers and rural community at the ground. Okay, so continuous reforms and technological advancement are essential for further growth. uh, any point we want to discuss here related to agriculture and allied sector? I think it was very subjective, and most of the things already you know.
So regarding the policy reform, on what basis the policy reform is looked after? Because
When we talk about policies, let us say MSP was a policy, and this Essential Commodity Act was a policy. So we have to understand where like farmer is going to be benefited without sacrificing more from the industrial side. Okay, definitely. We cannot say that you keep on increasing the prices of commodities. Let us say if we talk about the case of sugarcane, prices are continuously increasing. Sugarcane industries, they are not giving timely payment to farmers. So there is no point ultimately. If farmers they are not getting their payments, then even if you are giving higher prices, that is not going to make any sense. Um, in MSP, minimum support price was given to farmers, but how many farmers? 6% farmers they were getting this kind of benefit. So we need a system, a policy that okay, at least this much should be taken from each farmer. Or why why cannot we develop a so intensive information system that okay, prices should not go beyond that MSP if suppose government is not purchasing. Okay, so giving price is something, but getting away from your responsibility to buy back is it creates a kind of atmosphere that farmer feels that this MSP is just for the sake of few people, maybe like in Punjab and Haryana. So we have to see like how we can include people from every place, and if it is important, then so policies definitely we need support from government, poverty elevation related, like um, even as I said that whatever the government schemes which are directly giving money, it should be backed by some kind of productive activity. No, let us make a policy on this, that any government in India, whether it's state government or the central government, they should come with some kind of good plan, some good schemes for for the betterment of people. Let us say for poverty alleviation. So there can be thousand of schemes can be there. There are like many related to skill development, many related to marketing, connecting people. So we should inculcate the habit of doing hard work or the smart work at least, because by giving lot of money without um, without I think any productive activity, and everybody if they start following this, then s- later on things will be very difficult. Let me give you one example. Suppose in a closed economy we have 100 liters of milk. it cost around, let us say, 50 rupees per liter. If everybody is getting, like 100 people are there, everybody is getting 1 liter per day, and there is like government scheme who is giving, let us say, 6,000 rupees. So why somebody will think, why I am taking 1 liter? I have money. Okay, from tomorrow give me 2 liter. So I will give you 60 rupees per liter. So he is spending extra 20 rupees and he will start buying at that 2 liter. But what will happen ultimately? This will be followed by others also, because this 100 liter is fixed. It is not changing, because it is not backed by this money is not backed by any productive. If this could have been by some kind of dairy plant, no, skill development, dairy plant. So not only this money will increase the production, people will get this money with lesser price, maybe like 40. Okay, so we have to see, like, because there are like many other things, I believe.
So reform of policy will depends upon state to state, because it can be favorable to one state and other is not. So
And not only state, I think within the state also, like from different income group to different income group. Like uh, the section, who is, uh, like, who will take the benefit of this. Like suppose there is no, they are getting 6,000 rupees. So who is getting the benefit of this 6,000 rupees? Of course, this money will be spent for those consumer goods which will be taken from the industries which are like produced in urban area. So indirectly, this 6,000 money is going to industry for creating demand, because this 6,000 is not given for increase in the agricultural production. Okay,
okay.
so uh, okay, so with the, okay, let me just come to another, like in half an hour, what we can do. I can give you one idea about the accounting framework, or I think this is what we have to cover today. So we have to or okay, this is over today. Uh, Challenges and way forward. Okay. So tomorrow, and I think our next class is uh, on
Monday.
Monday. Okay. So on Monday we will start with accounts. Okay. We will start with the accounting framework. We will discuss about accounts. That is again like very important uh, at any place, like even if you are starting your own business, or you are working in some industry, or as a government employee, everywhere this is required. You should know about accounts, the basics of the accounts, and it helps a lot. So this is all from my side today. um, Maybe like, no, we can close at this point, and on Monday we will be meeting again.
Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
yeah, thank you, sir.